All right, let's go. Black Widow is definitely a C. Okay, as we discussed, but I'll just go right through because this is probably where I will cut for the sake of the VOD. I feel like Black Widow is a C as well. I'm in full agreement with you. As far as where it goes, though, yeah. Yeah, right here. I would rather rewatch
Yeah.
Iron Man 1, Age of Ultron, Spider-Man Homecoming any day before Black Widow, but I'd rather watch Black Widow than any of the movies after this.
Yeah.
Jeez, I put Thor down here? No, hold up. I put Thor below Ant-Man?
What?
Wow,
Yeah,
I put Thor
crazy.
below Ant-Man. And you know what? No, I'm sticking to it. Because I'd probably rewatch
Honestly,
Ant-Man.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
I think I'd watch Ant-Man over Thor.
Yep, I'd probably rewatch Ant-Man before I watch the first Thor movie. Oh my gosh. And I like Thor, that's the thing. I like Thor.
Alright, that movie's mid.
It really is. The first
That
one.
movie is mid.
Shang-Chi is before Eternals. I told you they were wrong. It's before Eternals. That's what I thought. Because Shang-Chi came out in like November the same year as Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's She-Hulk? I hate this tier list. Where's She-Hulk?
It's not there. I don't see it.
I want She-Hulk. I want to...
Shulk.
Shulk.
Where's WandaVision?
Oh, we got WandaVision. It's right here. What the heck? Find me a better tier list. Okay, no, hang on. Can you add to this? Can I add to this tier list?
I don't know.
Told you none of the lists were great. They are all kind of messy because no one pays attention to anything. I know it sucks, man. But I want you, Justin. I want you to personally recreate this list with everything in the MCU, please and thank you. And I can prep it for a stream, please and thank you. I'll rate She-Hulk in the next one. Anyway, Shang-Chi is next, or as Kevin Feige puts it, Schwang-Chi.
Wang-Chi.
Shang-Chi was August, Eternals was November, really? Don't forget Black Widow 64 on D tier.
Black Widow was February.
Yeah. Shang-Chi is before Eternals. That's not even the same actor. Racist, they included the Asian movie, but not Black Panther. Everybody gets one, Pete. Need to find an alternative from this site, though. That's fine, dude. Do whatever it takes, okay? I trust your judgment, Justin, because you're very thorough. Okay, so Shang-Chi. Now, here's the funny thing. I like Shang-Chi. I think it's a pretty good movie. I think the third act is where it gets messy. It also has a pretty cool villain. But I will say there's one glaring issue with this movie. It's in phase 4. Like, I'm a big advocate for, like, making smaller scale movies. Right? And that's why I feel like the third act is where it kind of betrays itself. But this is a really small scale movie, which is fun. And it's all martial arts. There's no, like, big explosion Kamehamehas until the third act. Yeah, and that's where it just gets ridiculous. But had this movie come out during, like, phase 2 or something, I feel like it wouldn't be as forgettable. But, like, because I remember everything that happened in the movie. Like, I only saw it once, but I do remember this movie. And I remember thinking, it was good, but it's like a pretty average Marvel movie. So I'm gonna put it in C, but this might surprise you. I'm gonna put it before Black Widow.
Yeah, it's a high C, definitely before Black
Yeah,
Widow.
I would rather watch Shang-Chi.
Honestly, I'd put that ahead of Infinity War.
I was,
I mean,
you mean
not Infinity War,
Age of
I
Ultron?
mean,
Yeah,
Age
you
of
know, I'm
Ultron.
thinking about that right now too.
Age of Ultron's garbage.
It is.
Shang-Chi,
Backs up. Hey, Danny.
I could rewatch Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I will not rewatch
Age of Ultron.
that movie's.
The only thing I like
Garbage.
about Age of Ultron more is the character interactions, where Shang-Chi, it's just him and Awkwafina, and I'm not a big fan of Awkwafina.
There.
And that's, again, another thing that holds the movie back. It's like, why is she important? But whatever. Yeah, Shang-Chi, definitely C. Eternals. Spider-Man, okay. Do you actually want me to explain? I want everyone to know. I have turned this movie on 3 times. And I still haven't finished it. I've never, like, I'm genuinely surprised Marvel could make a movie that's more boring than Thor: The Dark World.
It is. Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my gosh. I could at least finish Thor: The Dark World. All these movies, I could rewatch Hulk, I'd finish it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'd finish it. Captain Marvel, I'd finish it. I don't want to watch this again.
I still haven't seen Eternals, and the fact that you're putting it under Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm never gonna watch that movie.
I can't think of anything redeeming about that movie. Even the acting is bad. The effects are awful. What's worse than Thor: The Dark World? Eternals. The effects are awful, and everyone's like, we've never seen this in the Marvel Universe, or no, we've never seen this in a superhero movie before. It's like, yes, we have. I can set one up for another stream, so what do you want on it? Put everything. I'm talking, see everything on this list? Include that too. Put She-Hulk on it, because I wanted to rate She-Hulk, because I have stuff to say about She-Hulk. I like Jen. That show is awful, but I have... Number 15 might surprise you. No.
Number 15.
All show seasons? Just make it like just the show. Not like season by season. I mean, okay, no. If you're custom making it, do it season by season. That way when the shows get another season, I can continue. So yeah, season by season. Thank you, Justin. It was badly paced and wasn't approached well. Trey, the movie shouldn't have been made. Marvel's like, okay, what properties do we have? What properties do we have? All right, so we got Silver Surfer. Nah, we don't want that. All right. So we got the Greek mythology guys. I will put them in Thor. All right. Who else we got? Inhumans? Nah, that already failed. Forget that. All right. Okay. What else we got? Eternals. Genius. Let's do it. Greenlight it now. Eternals. Did you hear me right? Eternals. Do it now. People aren't gonna like the Eternals. It's like, yeah, but they did. No one thought Guardians would do well. It's like, yeah, but it did well because you gave a director freedom to make what they wanted to make, and they basically rewrote everything so that it'd be more marketable for the general movie-going audience. Well, yeah, let's not do that with Eternals. Let's just make it boring.
Meh.
You know what's really fun? Lore. I've always said this.
You know what people really like?
Exposition?
Actors?
Yeah, giving exposition dumps for like 3 hours. Let's get the woman who made those really, like, experimental films. Those really, like, highbrow, not for kids. Like, a child would not find this movie entertaining. Let's get her to direct this movie. We already have things stacked against it. And, like, she's a phenomenal director, in all honesty. From what I've seen, and it was because of Jordan Fringe. Why, like, he told me to go watch her movies to understand who she is as a director. And she's a great director. Why would you get her to direct a Marvel film? It's like Ang Lee directing Hulk. Oh, wait, that happened. You remember how well that did? It's all introspection for Incredible Hulk, the giant green monster that goes smash.
Big monster smash.
Yeah, you know who should be introspecting? Bruce Banner, not Hulk.
I'll be right back.
All right. Now, you need Eternals for the more cosmic storylines. No, you don't. Here's the thing. In Guardians of the Galaxy, they explain all the cosmic stuff in one sentence. Like, in like a paragraph. They summarize all that. That's all you need. You cannot start with 10 gods, like 10 god-level powered characters. You cannot tell a story like that and expect us to immediately like all 10 of them. And like, literally, oh, there's so many things wrong with this movie. I love seeing Angelina Jolie in a movie again. That, I think, is a positive. That's like the one thing I like. Yes, you can. No, you can't. 10 gods? Give me a story where that worked. 10 beings who are so powerful that no threat should pose them. They're just... Also the fact that, like, you've existed for forever. You've existed forever. But you never interfered because you were told not to. It's like, okay. And now I'm supposed to care about you? Now I'm supposed to like you? Because you just followed orders until now? Yeah, name it. Tell me an example. I want to hear. Because, like, if they had focused on one of them, maybe. Look at X-Men 1 back in the day. I said gods, Trey. Gods. 10 gods. I didn't say characters. I didn't say ensemble casts can't work. I said gods. Literal god-level characters. You can't have 10 of them. that just, it's too much. And then to say that they've been there from the get-go. They aren't all gods. They might as well be. They could probably one-shot most of the people in the MCU, unlike Thor for some reason. But, like, you can't have a character, only Icarus had Superman, like, powers. I know, but they all had, okay, here's my whole thing about gods. I don't necessarily mean powers, right? I mean beings that have been here since the beginning of time. That's what I mean by gods. Like, we crafted, or we were there when the world was crafted and all that stuff. You cannot tell a story about these 10 beings, right, at the same time, and expect everyone to gravitate to all of them. That's not gonna work. You have to build up to that. Including Phastos the Inventor, they're immortals or eternals. Yeah, but like, look, man, you're not gonna win. Okay, and you know why you're not gonna win? Because I've already been proven right. Look up the reviews. I've already been proven right. Okay? At the very least, it's a very difficult task, because there is no your argument is falling apart. No, it's not. There is no way you can have a general movie-going audience, especially one that's already familiar with the MCU. It's easy for us to accept, like, cosmic things. That's fine. But as far as, like, what needs to be told, first of all, Loki did it better. Let's even go into that. How is it that Loki has more to do with the future of the MCU than Eternals? Think about that for a second, right? Also, we don't need cosmic stuff in the MCU, but, oh, of course we have to. We have to. The characters are good. It's just because the writing, directing, and acting aren't good. The characters are good. The characters are good. Name one arc that anyone went through in that movie. All the times they mispronounce each other's names. I come back to making fun of Eternals without me. What's up? What's up? Dio, how you doing? Nah, man. There's so many things wrong, and I know why this movie failed. Like, it's so obvious. Because just concept alone, it wouldn't work. Okay, here's the other thing. Eternals comics never sold well, as far as I'm aware. Because Johnny, he's more the research guy, and he told me, like, really, Eternals? Like, that's not... At least there were Guardians fans, but Eternals... I'm not debating whether the movie was good or not. It was horrible. Oh, I know, we're debating whether or not it's doable. I don't think it is. At least not in a... At least not like... You can't introduce all 10 of these characters at the same time. Like, I'm sorry, you can't. And you can't have them all be... If you're going to introduce them at the same time, you need to focus on one of them. And this movie does not do that. It doesn't. Like, who's the main character? Like, Athena? I wish it was. Neither Guardians or Eternals sold well. Guardians didn't sell well, but it had fans. Because, okay, I can name plenty of Guardians that, like, I was a fan of before the movie even came out. I love the story of Jason. I love the story of Jason, Star-Lord's father. I love that entire story. That's really interesting to me. I like it better when Star-Lord's born in space. I like it better when Star-Lord is like... Well, I like the new Star-Lord, not gonna lie. I like the new Star-Lord better than the comic Star-Lord. I hate that Rocket Raccoon is American now. Isn't he supposed to be Australian? What happened to that? I hate what they did with Gamora and Drax. Like, the new Drax is terrible. He's not a character anymore. He's just a joke. Like, what happened? Mantis is very different, too. I like both Mantises. They removed every bit of sexuality from Mantis in the movie, which is fine, I guess. And by sexuality, I mean, like, Mantis is very, sex positive in the comics. It's a very big part of her character. Eternals in comics survived by crossover with Iron Man. Yeah! The Guardians had fans, because of some of the 90s cartoons crossover. The Guardians were in 90s cartoons? I didn't even know about that. I knew about Guardians because of the comics. I'm dead serious. Like, it wasn't crossovers. So I had friends, but again, I know I'm not like average movie-going audience because, like, I grew up with this stuff because of my friends and stuff like that. But, yeah, I loved Guardians, but because of Marvel vs. Capcom, so I can't really talk. Oh, true. They were in video games, too. They were known but not liked. Yeah, that's true, Trey. But Eternals, I swear to you, Trey, I cannot name... Like, Athena's my favorite, and, like, Cersei? I love how the post-credit scene was more interesting with, Eros and, Puck? Who's the guy with them? Plus a good villain to balance them rather than a big CGI thing. That's the other thing. Who's the villain in an Eternals comic? Let me say this, Trey. Justin and my friend Johnny and I, we've all been talking about this. Silver Surfer is a hard character to make a movie about because a lot of his comics are visual and a lot of his comics are internal monologuing. So how do you turn that into a movie, a Marvel movie? Because in Marvel movies, you have to have a villain, you have to have a big climactic battle, there's rules, right? Silver Surfer was never that. Eternals was never that. Post-credit scene. Don't forget Black Knight. Black Knight and even Blade. I think Blade was in that. Anyway. Thank you for commenting, though, Trey. We have a lot of discussion for the VOD. Salma Hayek looks good. Still, that was the arc. Salma Hayek! From Dusk Till Dawn. I'm not saying that Eternals will be marquee parts of the franchise moving forward, but you need that piece on the board. You don't, though. You really don't. You could trim that down. Everything that happens in that movie, you could trim down to, and then this happened. And you're good. Sold. My fingers are getting tired. Giving your thumbs a workout today, bro. Bill Skarsgård played the villain of Eternals. How does that guy play the villain, but you don't know? Anyway, what's next? Spider-Man? Alright, let's move on, Trey. I like your points, though, and I like that you stand your ground, Trey. Look, I respect that, alright? From man to man, I respect that. Anyway, also Bill Skarsgård for Silver Surfer. That'd be funny if he played the villain in Eternals, and then they just didn't care, so they just brought him back as Silver Surfer. I might have to get my laptop to stay in this debate. Well, okay, let's see what you think of the other parts of the MCU. Anyway, Spider-Man. No Way Home. Okay, so funny thing about this movie, right? I actually have to think about this one. It's in B, but, like, is it before anything? Between Endgame and this, I don't know. I like No Way Home more than Endgame, but I still prefer these two over it. No Way Home, it's almost Ghost Spider's bedtime. Okay, no problem. I respect you too, sir. Awesome. Thank you. Wait, you're right. I can't remember the villain now. He is odd looking. I'm sure you could play Ether. He's just a weird looking guy. Silver Surfer, done. But I'd put Spider-Man No Way Home in B because how I felt about that movie is that, like, you're waiting for the third act. A lot of that is that movie, and Peter Parker still doesn't have any of his own villains. It's been 3 movies, and once again, Jay, your thoughts on Bill Skarsgård as Silver Surfer? What is this? Definitely. Just cut his hair off. Yes. Just paint him. Spider-Man has had 3 movies in the MCU and he still doesn't have his own villains. Like, come on. Really? So that is why this movie is a solid B. But there's other reasons too. I don't like how much of his life, even to the 3rd movie, still has to do with Tony Stark. And when I say that, people are like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, the Fabricator. The Fabricator is a thing from Stark Industries that is used through the... It's a big plot point in this movie. The Fabricator is what the Green Goblin uses. The Fabricator is what... who else uses it? Peter uses it to make Electro's thingy, I think. If they adopted the 90s cartoon for Silver Surfer into a movie, that'd be dope. The 90s... There was a cartoon? There was a Silver Surfer cartoon? Was Fox just making cartoons for everybody? Is there a Doctor Strange one? Probably is. I know there was a Hulk one. The Fabricator and the Tinker. The Fabricator was used for Green Goblin, but it's like, how come we're still on Iron Man stuff? Like, it's been 2 movies after Endgame, and still Iron Man is a focal part of it. The inhibitor chip. Right, that's what he fabricated. Thank you. But also just like, okay, MJ was not developed well in the previous movies at all. Like, she's just Daria in the first one, and then the second one, she's, like, a little bit different, and she's, like, still incredibly snarky, and I'm just like, why does he like her? Why does he like her? Why does Peter like her? Why does Peter like her? I still don't know. And then this movie, they're dating, and she's a completely different person. She's like really nice and everything, and it's like I love how they made her a different character so we'd care about her more. That's why they wiped the slate clean for Spider-Man No Way Home. He's not Iron Man Jr. I know, but you know they're gonna bring everyone back, right? Did you hear that Zendaya's coming back? And I said there's only one way they could redeem that. There's only one way they could fix that. And that's if they have it so that Zendaya remembers that Spider-Man is her boyfriend, but not Peter Parker. That's the only way they could make that work. Also, No Way Home undoes willful character arc redemption to just, cures and stuff. Which is hilarious, because then they're going to send all the Spider-Man villains back to Spider-Man, and then they're going to die. Not all of them die, but, like, most of them are going to die. Why? Just why? People care about Zendaya? That's why. One More Day reversed, pretty much. Pretty much. Alright. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Okay. So here's the thing with this movie. I've seen this movie 3 times. I'm also going to put it in B. Just under First Avenger. Finally, a director decided to... A director was given the chance to be a director and film the movie the way he wanted. Oh no, what? Fans don't like that? Ah, you're fired, man. Come on. Have his friends come back, but they don't interact with Peter. Have Gwen Stacy enter. Yeah, something like that. That could work. I will never forget about Reed Richards, smartest man alive. Wanda, here's how you can stop this guy who can kill you. This movie, the only reason it's not higher, because I love the directing of this movie. I really love that. I love Doctor Strange. Like, I like that Doctor Strange's movies don't just end with a fist fight. Like all these other movies. It's not just a bunch of explosions and shooting guns and like this one, neither of his movies are like that. And I really like that about Doctor Strange. But this one... There's so many things holding it back. Like, first of all, you have to include Wanda. It's like, oh, man, do we? It's like, okay. But I kind of wish they didn't. Like, give Doctor Strange his own story, you know? Because they also undid all of Wanda's development in her show, so she's just evil now. And I kind of don't like that about the movie either. I will never forget, Black Cat could also be an option if you want Tom to go more mature. Yeah, I guess so. Is Felicia in the... Has she been shown? I guess not. Has she been mentioned? How old would she even be? Are we doing Ultimate Comics where he's like 13? BRB. Alright. No. But yeah, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness is definitely a B. Love the directing. Love the part where the whole thing with his zombie body. That was awesome. She just appeared on the crack in the multiverse. Really? Is that canon? But yeah, I guess there's no arguments here. Like that's, yeah, this is where this is going. It's so close to A, but too many things holding it back. Also, he only goes to like 2 dimensions. He only stays in 2 dimensions in Multiverse of Madness. Anyway, boy, oh boy, Thor Love and Thunder. Ooh. Yeah, no. It's so funny. You know what the determining factor of whether or not this would be in front of Captain Marvel or not? I thought about the soundtrack, and I'm like, no. Just putting Guns N' Roses in your movie doesn't somehow make it better. Yeah. Talk about disappointing. Thor, Love, and Slumber. It's just, Thor, Love and Thunder is worse than Eternals. No, it's not. No, it's not. Thor, Love, and Thunder has one thing going for it. And that one thing this movie has going for it is, hang on, let me think about it. There was one thing I liked, I just can't remember because there's so many other things coming into my mind. It's like, oh god. Also, I've said this before, Natalie Portman? Nah. I've said this before. I would rather watch a bad movie than a boring movie. These two movies are boring. Thor: The Dark World is boring. The Eternals is boring. Thor: Love and Thunder is god-awful. But I'd rather watch a god-awful movie than a boring one. One that's just going to put me to sleep. Love and Thunder doesn't put me to sleep. It just annoys me. It irritates me that this movie exists. But I stayed awake for it. And I've seen this movie 4 times. What's the one thing I liked about Love and Thunder? Natalie Portman in her worst performance. Like, actually her worst performance. That's why I wouldn't say Natalie Portman. Oh! The one thing I liked in that movie was the scene with when they're fighting Zeus's henchmen and Valkyrie's whole combat. That whole scene is really cool because they're speaking to each other while they're fighting, and I like that, where they're calling shots. It's like, behind you, 12 o'clock, and like, I'm really into that. I also like the scene, and I know this is a controversial scene, but I like when Thor gives the power to all the kids. I really like that scene. And Thor turns to Axel, the black kid, and is like, lead your men, right? And it's like, we shall do our worst. And it's just like, I really like that scene. I really like how that was done. People get mad that, like, Thor randomly gives all his powers to a bunch of kids. Why didn't he do that with the Avengers in Endgame? Because there's a deleted scene that explains how Thunderbolt works. Thunderbolt can do that. Thunderbolt, you can speak to it, and it does what you tell it to do. So he tells Thunderbolt, he literally holds Thunderbolt to his mouth and says to give them the power of Thor, and then he does it. But if he wasn't wielding Thunderbolt, he couldn't do that. Too bad that scene got deleted. Too bad that scene got deleted. Christian Bale doing his best? No. Christian Bale, he starts good. The opening is good. That's another thing. The opening of this movie is pretty good. With the God Butcher. The only time we see him butcher a god, by the way. Hey, Jordan, what's up? Bad list. L streamer plus ratio plus you're cute plus gonna cry, question mark. Christian Bale, once he sees a god, he is terrible. Literally after that opening scene, Christian Bale, I've seen this movie 4 times, so no one can disagree with me. I've punished myself 4 times with this movie, so no one can disagree with me. After that first bit, because I thought he did good the first time I saw the movie, then I rewatched it 3 times. He's a cartoon character. Like, it's laughable, his performance after that. And like, there's so many, like, bad decisions made in that movie, in Love and Thunder. My favorite of which is just the weird continuity thing where it's like, we'll come back with the children, and we will feast. Not on the children. We don't do that anymore. It's like, so Asgardians used to eat kids? Like, okay, that's a joke, but does that now means that canonically that was once a thing that they did. What? I wanted to see gods bleed. Alone at the start, fantastic. Yeah, he's really good at the beginning. Thor's costume. You know what gets me with Thor's costume? I don't know if you've noticed this, because once again, I'll say, I've watched this movie 4 times. At the end of the movie, he wears a black version of his blue costume. Why didn't he wear that the whole movie? It looks way better in black. Like, what? They made the whole costume. They went to as far as to literally stitch together that costume just so it could be at the final, like, 2 minutes? Baffling. Baffling, man. Baffling. Going full Chronos. Nah, fam. There's like, and like, I love Valkyrie. I made a whole video on, like, how they could do a better job writing her character. And even that they screwed up. You have a great setup in Ragnarok, and they screw it up in Love and Thunder. They don't do anything with Valkyrie. Oh, boy. Okay. What's next? Oh, Black Panther, except it's not here. I missed it. What was baffling? Thor in Love and Thunder, his costume is very gaudy. It's very, like, not fun to look at because it's blue and gold and it's, like, too bright. But at the end of the movie, he wears a black version and it looks way better, like black and gold. Why didn't you wear that the whole film? Why did they go with the blue one? And why would they make a suit just to have it at the last 2 minutes of the movie? Thor Love and Thunder is just a film without subtext. Literally, did they know what they wanted to do? It's like Taika Waititi was trying to get fired.
What did I miss?
Oh, I was just talking about Thor. Don't worry about it. Okay, Black Panther's not here. If I was gonna put Wakanda Forever, yeah, that's what it's called, right? Wakanda Forever. I would put it at C, but I would put it before Age of Ultron. That's where it would go. Someone message me that. Like Marvel, can you do it, Marcus? Message me Marvel tier list, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, C, before Age of Ultron. All of that, all those words. Thor should have worn this the whole film. Okay, hang on. This would have been good, even, yeah, with the fur on top of the jacket. That would have been a way better design. And it's in the movie for like 2 seconds. It's so weird. They usually have a third act costume change. It's for merch/toys. Well, here's the funny thing, Trey. They have not made any merch for the black and gold suit. I'm fairly certain there's an SH Figuarts of this, as well as a Hot Toys release coming out. I know this because I do collect action figures. But there is no release planned for the black and gold Thor. That costume's fantastic. This is really good. This one's really good. I love the gauntlets. I love just so many things going on here, but it's simple. And it works. Everything feels tangible. It's not ridiculous like that blue costume. Would you like pass Thor's suit on the God Butcher costume? Yeah. You know, okay, there's so many things. When Gore goes to the dark world, the literal shadow realm, right? They're like, we can't let him get to the shadow realm. He'll be more powerful. I honestly thought he would transform into the monster that he is in the comics. That's what I thought was going to happen. But no, none of that. Like, come on. Remember he was also trying to flex on Lady Thor? That's why, but why the whole movie? Like, is your ego that, literally she's dying at one point. Switch costumes, bro. Like, she's literally in the hospital bed. He's still wearing that terrible outfit. That feels, God of Thunder, his other outfit feels like a child's interpretation of realism. Like, this is what his daughter would pick out for him. Like, and boy, oh boy. Anyway, let's move on. Disappointing. Very. I'd put Black Panther Wakanda Forever, if it was on this tier list. I would put it, C tier before Age of Ultron. But that movie, first of all, if I was going to rewrite that movie, first thing I would do is get rid of, what's her name? Riri Williams. You don't need her. Give her plot to Shuri, and you have a better plot. You have a way better plot. A way more focused plot. Because then the Atlanteans coming up to the surface and chasing her would be a lot more interesting, and then you can still have the whole queen dynamic. You can have so many things the same. It's just they carry a lot more weight if it wasn't about this random chick from America. Why would you do that? Natalie Portman's outfit was good, but the CG helmet and blonde hair bring it down. The blonde hair is distracting. Having seen that movie 4 times, the blonde hair is distracting. Agreed. Riri wasn't needed. She wasn't. And like, what a terrible way to introduce the character, man. Where it's just like, okay, I'm just like Tony Stark, but I'm a kid at MIT. Like, alright. They should have just given her own series or movie. Introduce her in Armor Wars. Armor Wars is coming out with Rhodey. Just introduce her in that. But Ironheart, Jay, yeah, everyone's favorite character, Ironheart. Ironheart. But yeah, what else in that movie, man? The Atlanteans they have mind control powers, and they only use it, like, twice. Gotta introduce her for Atomic Heart. No, you don't. There's so many characters they're not introducing. I hate whenever people are like, well, you have to introduce them. No, you don't. You don't need to introduce these characters. There's some characters you don't need in this franchise. Like, period. There's plenty. Alright? Like, okay, we're talking, earlier Trey mentioned the cosmic world and, like, Eternals relating to that. Okay, where's hell? Where's heaven and hell? Ghost Rider should be here, because we need that world, too. We do, because Mephisto's gonna exist. You don't see them making any Ghost Rider film anytime soon. And I actually like Ghost Rider. So, like, no, you don't need to introduce some things. Clearly you don't. Riri out. They just threw her in the black movie. That's the other reason I'm upset about that. How do we introduce this black character? Put her in the movie with the all black characters. Yes, Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is an underrated Marvel character. He's never had a definitive comic book, in my opinion, but his like stories and the concepts in his stories are really neat. Like his journey and stuff like that. It's really cool. And our top pick for Bring Back Nick Cage. No. Our top pick was Keanu Reeves. Reason being, Ghost Rider's speech pattern, being a person who hasn't been on Earth for a long time, he talks like he hasn't spoken to a human being in a long time. So having Keanu Reeves do those lines would be very entertaining. But yeah, Marcus, are you still there? Or Ryan Gosling? Ryan Gosling for the looks, sure, because of all the actors we've said, he looks the most like Johnny Blaze. He's supposed to be blonde. Keanu Reeves, Ghost Rider, nice. Yeah, Keanu would do a good job. And Keanu is already a big motorcycle fan, so even that is a plus. And for Danny Ketch, because if I was going to do Ghost Rider, I would have Danny Ketch be the main character with Johnny Blaze as the mentor. And Johnny has been Ghost Rider for years. Like years, to the point where it's like taxing on his body. Ryan Gosling has range. I think he could do it. He could, but I don't want Johnny Blaze to be the leading man in this movie. And Ryan Gosling is the leading man. You know what I mean? But yeah, Danny Ketch, I'd get that guy who played Jason Todd in Titans to play Danny Ketch. Perfect choice. I'd remove the plot about them being brothers. I never liked that retcon in the comics. Don't do that. Make them unrelated. But anyway, let's get to the shows. How are you, Marcus? You good?
Good, I'm right here.
So, what are you doing? Hello?
Hi.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Putting all the Spider-Mans, really. Boy, that's gonna be funny. Put them in the wrong order. Okay. So, oh, and Morbius. I can't forget Morbius.
Morbid time.
It's Morbid time. And where's Venom? And Carnage. Carnage!
Venom.
Knock, knock. Let the Carnage in. Would be perfect. Exactly. More flaming skull, less human. Yeah, right? I don't want to see Ghost Rider's face. Johnny Blaze should be on screen once. Anyway, WandaVision. Okay, WandaVision. I have so much mixed feelings, like so many mixed feelings with this show, because it's not a bad show. Honestly, it's just that, like, what are you doing? So, let's make a show about Wanda kidnapping this town and reliving different decades of television. But instead of making it anything like that decade of television, let's make it cheesy. Like, we're parodying it rather than actually like recreating it. I love the intros. The intros are the best part of it, Trey. I love how the 2000s one is like, let's keep it going, which is literally what sound you hear whenever you cheer in my Twitch chat. Like, I loved it that much. I'm like, that's really cool.
Hold on.
Ghost Rider and learned each of them and sung them. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Yo, they did a good job with all the themes. WandaVision's high tier because of that boner. That was the dumbest thing. It's like, yo, we have, what's the actor's name? Peter, what's his name? We have Quicksilver from X-Men Fox Universe. Look, it's Quicksilver. Quicksilver got recasted. And I kept saying, this isn't gonna matter. And this one guy on my YouTube, Madness Arcade, kept saying, it will matter, Jay! It will! The Marvel shows matter! I'm like, yeah, it didn't matter. Peter Maximoff? Piotr. No, what's the actor's name? Did I mess up his first name? What's his name? Elizabeth Olsen's performance as Wanda and Paul Bettany's vision raised those characters far beyond the writing. Oh, absolutely, dude. Like, and that's why, like, I honestly, like, I'm putting it here. And what did you say? High C tier? I'd put it at B. Like, actually, no. Because you know what I don't like about this show? They do the decade TV thing way too long. That should have been 3 episodes at most. So I'm going to put it here. Because, like, these are movies I would probably never rewatch. And I will never rewatch WandaVision. But I would rather rewatch these. So I'm putting it there. Evan Peters. That's his name. That's why I thought Peter. Richie, I agree. Yeah, the acting is really good in WandaVision. Right call. Yeah, I remembered the early episodes being a drag. So, yeah, let's do that. Winter Falcon and the Soldier. The Flag Smasher. Carly, whose whole what was her whole motivation? Like, we gotta take down the country because the man's sticking it. We gotta stick it to the man because we gotta take down the man. Who's the man, Carly? Who's the man? Well, you know. You're black. Don't you know, Falcon? You're black. And Falcon's whole character goes from them actually trying to make a character, failing, but trying to make a character, to I'm black. Did I mention I'm black today? Like, how you gonna do that to the homie, man? You need to do better, Jay. You need to do better, Senator. How? Do you have any idea how to run a country, Sam? You want to tell me how? And Falcon couldn't get loan. I can't fix this boat, Bucky. You don't understand. My entire character arc revolves around this boat. Man.
Talk about Captain America.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. John Walker, bad for killing criminal, but Carly kills innocents, but it's all right. John Walker was great. I loved everything to do with that character in this show. Everything. I love that he doesn't end up a villain at the end, which was surprising. I thought they would have just went that route. They don't. He still helps them.
U.S. agent.
Yep, U.S. agent. I love that. I love the scene. My favorite scene in that whole show. Like, I like when he decapitates a guy with the shield. But my favorite scene in that show is when
weird
they're...
thing to say, by the way.
What? When he
I like
decapitates
that
a guy?
Decapitates a guy with the shield.
Bro,
Damn.
it's about time
Morbid.
someone got their head cut off in Marvel. And then Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness one-ups that by having a woman bisected by the shield.
Literally.
Literally. Yo, that scene, man. Doctor Strange, like, I'm keeping it there. The Multiverse of Madness, man. That movie had balls, okay? Anyway. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. My favorite scene is where they're on the bus and he pulls out a gun. And I'm like, that is the perfect amount of symbolism. Like, storytelling symbolism. Where I don't think anyone comments on it. I don't think anyone says, hey, Cap wouldn't use a gun. They just trust the audience to know that that is not characteristic for him, even though Cap does use guns.
That's not my Captain America.
Cap uses guns in the first Avengers movie, and he uses it in his first movie. But whatever. We're just gonna characterization marches on. Remember when the black kid was like, "Hey, it's Black Falcon." That was funny.
Yeah, that was a funny line. That line.
That was funny.
That line cracks me up.
Yeah, Wyatt Russell is fantastic as John Walker. Yeah, great casting too. The Isaac Bradley arc was amazing. Isaiah Bradley, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, also great performance by everyone but Carly. Yeah, her character though, like, how do you salvage that? Like, it's just a dumb idea for a character. The Flag Smashers, like, Carly. Yeah, remember that PG-13 person burning to death in Doctor Strange 2? Yeah, and you see the whole thing. Yo, man, that movie had balls, bro. When they rip out the eye from the eye socket of Gargantos, like, there's so many. I don't want to just go praise this movie. Remember, I did put it in B. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going in C. But
B.
You'd put it in D?
No. No, it's not what I said.
Okay.
C makes sense.
Yeah, it's going in C, but I'm trying to figure out, do I like it more than WandaVision?
I do.
Yeah, I do too. Like I said, that first part of WandaVision really drags, man. There's one clip I want to show, if I can find it. And, I think I sent it to Marcus. Okay, hang on. Let me send it to myself because there's one clip I want you guys to see. It has to do with this. It's really funny. Someone made this about WandaVision because Marcus and I made so many jokes about WandaVision. You know the scene where Vision talks to White Vision? Oh, also Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter, lower than Ant-Man? I don't think it's that bad. But yeah, Sharon Carter, that was dumb. Well, Marcus and I made so many jokes about Vision talking to White Vision. It's like, oh, you know, you ever been in a boat and you're a boat, but you're also the boat with the first boat? It's like, yeah, man. It's like, yeah, well, which boat are you? It's like, oh, it does not compute, and then flies away.
Yeah.
Just like dumb things. But there was one edit I saw. Now, where did I'm pretty sure I sent it to Marcus, so it's gotta be. Maybe it's on Discord.
Probably Discord.
It's probably Discord. Because it's my favorite version of that. It's my favorite version of that gag.
When is a boat not a boat? If it's built from the same boat. Yep.
Oh, come on. Did I text it to you?
You could have sent it to me on
I think it's on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Yeah. Man. Yes, found it. It was WhatsApp. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on Discord now so we can look at it together. So this is from Reddit. Someone made this edit of the Vision conversation. And as I said, it's my favorite version. Okay. Let me pause it. Oh, no. I don't have to. Alright, let me mute the music. So this is the Vision conversation.
If your leg get cut off, would it hurt? Duh. How though? Cause your leg got cut off, fool. Where you gonna feel the pain? In your leg. Exactly, bruh. How you gonna feel the pain in your leg if your leg is gone?
Your leg is gone.
Oh. I ain't gonna feel the pain in your leg if your leg is gone. I like There were a lot of memes like that, like just different things, but that one's my favorite of just like, if you cut off your leg, you go feel the pain? Duh. How though? Because your leg's cut off. Where you gonna feel the pain? In your leg. Wait. Oh yeah. In your leg. Oh wait. Yeah. How you gonna feel the pain if you're in your leg? If your leg's gone. They both say it. I know. I love how well it matches Vision's face too. Also, if we're talking about Vision edits, oh my gosh. Have you guys seen the Black Vision edits? Since there's White Vision, yeah, Vishon. Oh.
Yes, Vision with wings. Yes. Yes. I love Vision with
Vishon.
wings, man.
He's got chains and he's wearing.
Do-ragged up Vision.
Oh my
Love
god.
it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Oh, hang on. I gotta pull up one image. If I can find one. Okay, let me open it. People have been calling him Vishon.
Vishon.
Hey, yo, it's Vishon. But anyway, all right. Oh, hey, Austin. It's good to see you. What the heck did I walk into? Oh, just Marvel stuff. The Fanta drinker is here. I'm late, and it's actually this franchise's fault. Oh, yeah? Hawkeye S. Yes, I really like Hawkeye. So hang on. Peak Fiction. Nah, the Fanta drinker. Let's see. Yeah, remember that PG-13? Okay, no, I did read that. They both say it as well, Vishon. Gold chains as well. Wow, what the heck did I walk into? Derailed tier list phase 4 into the best review of the MCU. That's just The Rock. And Tawanda, the Wanda. Can you find me that? Trey, find me a link to that. But yeah, okay, so Loki is next. Wow, I've never been in an MCU project before. Wow. I'm back. What's up? Where are we? We're at Loki.
Wow.
Oh, you missed some jokes. Dio, you missed some jokes.
Wow.
Wow, I've never been in the MCU
I've never
before.
been in an MC movie.
Wow.
Wow, I really want a jet ski. Wow.
Jet ski. I like old Loki. I hate what they've done to Loki's character. This is supposed to be Loki from the Avengers. Why does he feel like a complete joke? Lawanda. Yo, Dio, did you see those memes about like Black Vision? And oh my gosh. they gave her braids. Vishon and Lawanda. Yeah, you knew, Dio. Hell yeah, I loved Vishon. Nah, no way. That'd be a. Could you imagine if the sitcoms were black? Oh my gosh.
Yo,
oh my gosh, they go to Fresh Prince. Oh my gosh.
Sitcoms.
Oh my god.
Yo, like they did. Oh, they did Fresh Prince. They do.
No, bro. One of the episodes opens and it says a Spike Lee joint. Like just
a Spike Lee joint.
Should have let Beyonce. Crazy edits. Low-key low for inconsistent character. He was greasy and screaming 2 seconds ago, and then he's an idiot. Yeah, he's a complete buffoon in this show. But I'm trying to think of everything else that surrounds it. The TVA is kind of cool. I like the idea of the TVA. I don't like the execution. I hate the scene, and Jordan mentioned this too. I hate the scene where literally the TVA opens a box full of Infinity Stones, and it's like, that's not like funny. Like that is basically, it's like, we're so much better than that thing that just wiped out a whole universe. Also, speaking of, can we go back a bit? Thor Love and Thunder. Remember how I said jokes break the continuity? Like that joke about Asgardians eating children? There's a joke in this where it's like the Infinity Gauntlet for ice cream cones. And I think Honest Trailer said it best, where it's like, that'd be like opening a Hitler burger. Like, if you're gonna use an Infinity Gauntlet, make it Tony's Gauntlet. Or Hulk's Gauntlet. Don't make it the Thanos one. Like, what? Anyway. Loki. Yeah. Owen Wilson was in this. That bumps it up a bit. Infinity Cones. Yeah. Old Loki was great. I agree. If they did black sitcoms, I would be dead. There's so much potential for that. Just take the same concept and just everyone's black. Except Monica Rambeau, who's now white. But Loki. I'd put it in C. I did not like this show. Like, at all. Like, I really didn't like this show. But funny, where's our boy? Trey. This is a show where they had to do what they did. The TVA and all that, you have to introduce all that. But you see what they did? They focused on one character. Oh, Sylvie's also in this. I don't like her either. She's just angry the whole time. Isn't she supposed to be female Loki? Shouldn't she be scheming? Shouldn't she be like sniveling and like like none of that? She's just a downer. Like, what the heck? Yeah, I'm putting this low. Like, lower than you guys probably expect. Yep. I would rather rewatch Ant-Man than Loki. I did not like this show. Kang's sometimes girlfriend. Loki, Kang's sometimes girlfriend. Kang. You got a magical black man. That trope again. Like, Kang the Conqueror is black. It's like, alright, cool, that's not a problem. It's not a problem, why not? But why is he a clown? Why is he talking? Don't get me started, man. Nazi codes. Nah, man, it'd be called the, Never mind. I have a couple of jokes I could put there. But we're not gonna do that. I don't get what you mean, huh? I don't get what you mean, Jay. What do you mean, what I mean? Sylvie's voice is also annoying and it's incest. Well, I mean, yeah. Did you forget all the other Loki variants? Yeah, most of them were a lot like Loki. Most of them. Why was Sylvie not? One's an alligator! Like Boastful Loki and Alligator Loki and Frog Thor. Loki, Kang Sota, introduced Sylvie. My favorite part of this show, though, the ending, I think episode 3 or 4, where they're running for the train and then, or they're running to a building or something and it just gets blown up. I love that. And Sylvie just walks away like, I love that. That ending was great. It's not the main Kang, so I think his performance was good. Tons of characters. His performance was too over the top. Tons of characters. None of them were the focus, though, Trey. Those other Lokis show up in one episode. Out of, like, 8. Like, you're not gonna win this one, buddy. His performance was like, what if I did this and you were the one that, like, it's like, stop tutting, bro. Like, chill. It's annoying, bro. I hate when they have brothers and, like, maybe this is more a personal thing, but I hate when they have, like, they got black people and then they got them acting like just weird. And sure, they're powerful, but they just act weird. Like, who talks like that? And it's like, he's Kang the Conqueror. It's like, yeah, Kang the Conqueror had this big boisterous, like, haha, you think you can defeat... That was Kang the Conqueror. But in this, he's just weird. They were in at least 2. Oh, that changes everything. No, you're right, Trey. That means they were the focus for the entire show. They were in at least 2 episodes. No, you're right, bro. You're right. You're right, dude. I think if you're a mad time god, you would be a little over the top. Yeah, but not a buffoon. You wouldn't seem like an idiot. And he just felt like an idiot to me. It's the same as Eternals, just kidding. Kang the Weirder. Yeah, I meant to say Judge Rovona in Loki, she gotta be introduced. Remember, it wasn't Kang, it was He Who Remains. Yes, a variant of Kang. I mean, maybe we'll get a better Kang in Ant-Man and the Quantumverse. I'm so excited!
Ant-Man Quantumania.
God.
Quantumania.
I'm not watching that movie. You can't make me watch another one of these Ant-Man movies. I'm done with those ones. Anyway, yeah, Loki, I didn't like it. But it wasn't bad. Like, objectively, it's fine. Kang and Ant-Man is regal and more like Kang. Yes. Too bad that movie is Ant-Man.
Junior.
What's up?
I'm in a roll.
Okay, no problem.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was good having you here, man.
This was a good stream.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of it, everybody.
Thank you.
I love you, chat.
Yeah, take care, Marcus.
Are we gonna play more River City Girls?
If you're cool with it, I'd very much like to finish that game with you.
Yeah, man. That for like your Monday streams.
Yeah. It shouldn't take us much longer. We're almost halfway there.
Yeah, no,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, though. And yeah, everyone, go follow Marcus on his Twitch as well. Marcus, he's going to be streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 tomorrow, as well as Pokemon Violet on Monday. Oh, no, on Wednesday. Ah! Today's Monday. Yeah. Go check out his Twitch, and he has a VOD channel, too. So.
I do have a VOD channel. I need to put up more of my, more playlists.
All
more
that
games.
good. All that good.
Yeah, but yeah. Thanks for having me, brother. I'll see you.
Yeah, no problem.
Talk to you later,
Yeah,
okay?
take care, Marcus. Bye.
Bye, chat. Love you.
Take care, man. Remember it, W. Copen Chat Austin with that save. Who's here? Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can. Who else can I call? I'm gonna call Jordan Fringe right now. See if he answers. Come join me. Jordan comes up. Oh, he didn't answer. Jordan. Can't working. Okay. Fine. Austin, you wanna come join? Trey. I need to watch his Gravity Falls video. Thought you'd call me. I was literally gonna say, Trey. What's your thing? Call me on Discord right now. Just kidding. Why? Okay, there's one guest. You guys cool if Lady Soja joins us in 15 minutes? I vote Austin. Justin wants to. You guys are funny. Yeah, there's an article on a website saying how much, since this is more of an Avengers movie rather than a palate cleanser movie, which what the last two movies were. See, I don't believe any of that, Phoenix. They're saying that because these movies didn't do well. At least not, they made their money back, but they're not the high-grossing movies. So if we lie to them and tell them... Sure, yes, Soja. Will do. Okay, she said in 15 minutes. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What's the next lyric, Trey? You said you know it. At least is not Kang Supreme and Council of Kangs. That's true. You have a point. You guys have a point about that. We're supposed to get the real one in Ant-Man. Apparently. Yes, the spider way. Do I still not have a prompt for that? I guess I wouldn't. Oh, I do! I really thought of everything. I don't remember the lyrics now. That was a year ago. I bet you any money Ghost Spider remembers the lyrics. Wake her up now and demand that she help us. 1, 2, WandaVision. Don't try to fight the chaos. 1, 2, WandaVision. Don't try to fight the chaos. Don't question what you've done. The game can try to play us. Don't let it stop the fun. Some days it's all confusion. Easy coming, easy go. What if it's all illusion? Sit back, enjoy the show. Let's keep it growing. Let's keep it going through each distorted day. Let's keep it going through, though there may be no way of knowing who's coming by to play. I love that. Beautiful, Phoenix. Thank you. Thank you, Phoenix. Those are the lyrics. Okay. What's your favorite theme song in chat? No, don't answer that yet. Okay, what if? Now, controversial opinion. I liked this show. A lot of people didn't. I really liked this show. It was fun. And a lot of people that didn't like the show are MCU fanboys who have a boner when Daredevil shows up on screen. You know, don't trust those people. So, nah, but like really, people got mad because it wasn't your basic, like, it's like, oh, but it didn't advance the plot. It's just regular MCU stuff. Yeah, well, so is all of this. Anything that's like B tier and up isn't regular MCU stuff, in my opinion. Anything from B to S is different enough and stands out. Okay? What If stands out to me, but it's still going in C. As a matter of fact, it takes the place for high C, where I would rather rewatch this than Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's just read out the leaked plot of Ant-Man 3. I can send it. It's okay. I don't care. Was that supposed to be sort of Malcolm in the Middle song? Yes. You're not the boss of me now. Except there's like, the chord progression for that song is way more interesting. Where like, what? There's so many changes. Where does She-Hulk fall? I wish She-Hulk was here, because I would put She-Hulk at high D, because I think She-Hulk's better than all of these movies. That's not true. I'd put She-Hulk probably right under Love and Thunder. Like I'd put it here, like put it right there. Life is unfair. I liked What If. Yeah, I liked What If too. I thoroughly enjoyed how every episode I was excited. I was like, yes, we're getting something completely different. I don't have to watch 7 episodes for something to finally happen. Because that's what happens when you serialize television shows in 2020 and like, you know, post 2010. You just have 8 episodes of nothing and 9 episodes of what the payoff to all that nothing was. No, and 1 episode of the payoff. Episode 9 will be the 1 episode of payoff for everything that happened in those previous 8 episodes. That's what I hate about modern television, man. That's why I hate it. I used to be a TV guy, and then I kept watching TV. But yeah, What If was awesome. I liked it. Very fun. Life is unfair. I thought it was supposed to be Disney Channel TV show song. I don't know, was it? It makes more sense being Malcolm in the Middle, given the time period that was supposed to be taking place in. I will have a list for another stream multiverse included in all the canon shows. Thank you, Justin. And I will keep this VOD, and I will separate this VOD. That way I can actually look back at it and find, okay, here's what my thoughts were. Malcolm in the Middle is underappreciated nowadays. It's a really good show. It's really funny. Like, it aged very well, in my opinion. I've said before, I once was going to do a J-analysis on the mom from Malcolm in the Middle, and how, as a child, I never liked the mom in that show, but as an adult, she's my favorite character. Like, I feel so bad for her, and you understand where she's coming from in every episode once you're an adult. You totally get where she's coming from. Where when you're a kid, it's like, she's always such a downer. Which is what you know, Malcolm and his brothers say too. So it's funny. I love that show. Very good show. But okay, so Hawkeye. Now this number 15 might surprise you. I really liked Hawkeye. High seat. Man, it was so much fun. That show was poorly scheduled in Australia. Didn't follow it after season 1, Malcolm in the Middle. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. You can watch it now, though. I'm sure it's available online or something. Hawkeye. I really liked Hawkeye. Kate Bishop, man, they fixed her character. Like, she's way more interesting in that show. What I don't like about Hawkeye, what I really do not, like, I really, like, I almost, like, I hate this about Hawkeye. How it's like, okay, here's the standalone story. Oh, wait, Black Widow's sister is here. Oh, wait, Kingpin's here. Like, it's like, do we need all that? Like, can it just be the Hawkeyes fighting the Tracksuit Mafia before Christmas? Like, that would have been fine. I would have much preferred that. I don't like, because it could have been just a standalone story establishing Kate Bishop that isn't like, oh, well, now you gotta watch Echo, everyone's favorite character, because Daredevil and Kingpin are gonna be in it. No, I don't care. Kingpin's a cool character, but, like, talk about a waste of a good character. Why put him in? But I like what they did with Yolanda more than Kingpin, except the end. No, even that was dumb. Hawkeye whistles the song that Black Widow used to whistle that we never saw, and she's like, why did you whistle that song? And then she doesn't kill him. Dumb, man. There's some dumb stuff in this show. I like it, though. It was fun. Very fun. And Kate Bishop is the highlight of that. And Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner finally felt like a character instead of a plot device. Like, for once. It was great. I loved it. Malcolm, C? What are your criteria for these? I agree with your points, but I'd say high B. Okay, fair. That felt like it could have been cut. There's a lot that could have been cut in that show. Like, there's a lot. I liked how Screen Junkies brought up the point of, after all the explosions and you are a human person, you gotta have deafness or some sort of, after the years of the explosion. Yeah, and I like that. That's a plot point here. Well, not even like a plot point, but like it's relevant. Like, it shows up, and it's pretty cool. I like how it opens with that musical, and just Hawkeye, like, all of them get their own moment in the musical, but Hawkeye's just in the background. That was funny, and Ant-Man's there. It's like, he wasn't even there for that. Like, that's funny. Like, that's funny lore building, or not, like, lore stuff in relation to how the world sees them. That stuff was great. I hated that the post-credit scene was just the whole musical. Why would you do that? But, I guess someone had to work on it. Give them some credit, but just make it a bonus feature or something. Wilson Fisk is manhandled in Hawkeye. They also deleted more of his setup just for hype. Yeah, he really was manhandled. Literally, Echo shoots him, but she doesn't. He's gonna be appearing in her show, so what? I genuinely forgot about Black Widow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's stuff in this that's just really dumb. I like it, though. Hawkeye seems cool, like a really nice guy. What? Echo, even getting Phoenix power is still, it's forgetful in comics. Echo got Phoenix powers, but I don't know. I generally say the core is a solid B at least. Great show. The LARPing stuff is also not fun. I like that it comes back in a meaningful way with the costume designs. That's cool, but I didn't need that. Yeah, the whistle song doesn't kill him part was a cop-out. It's so dumb. I'm not a comic person, but Swordmaster was interesting Easter egg. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, there's so many. Hawkeye's wife was a Shield agent too. There's a lot of things. Echo does that in the comics. He just loses his eyes. I loved the musical. It was fun. I liked the musical. Don't get me wrong. It's just I'm surprised that the post-credit scene was just the whole musical. Like, I don't know. Hawkeye's that one show that I kind of would have liked to see more from, you know? Of all these shows, it's the only one I'm like, let me see more of that. I'm tired of these big universe ending things. I'm tired of these, I got superpowers and I can destroy realities. Like, I just want a story with the guy and a girl and like his sidekick that like idolized him, and she's meeting him, and then you never meet your heroes, but then they kind of work together. Like, I loved the chemistry between Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld for that entire show. They carry that show, and it's really good. It's very convincing. There's a degree of earnestness to Haley Steinfeld's portrayal of Kate Bishop that, like, you feel it. Like, I mean, okay, like, kind of sidetracking, but I watched Transformers Bumblebee, right? I don't like the movie at all. I think it's terrible. But Haley Steinfeld is great. Like, she is just a great actress. Like, you feel emotion from her when she's portraying that. It's so forward, it's so out there, and it's not forced. It feels real. So having her as Kate Bishop, like, I'm open to it completely. She's great. Him being in the show seemed to be the worst kept secret. Why I tried to delete the foreshadowing. Not even foreshadowing. He was deleted out of episode 3. Oh, jeez. Kingpin. You embarrassed me in front of Vanessa. Alright, Spider-Man. So this is where we get weird with this list. These are Sony movies, but now they're technically MCU. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, Justin's the guy if you want the intel on the Marvel intel. Oh wait, sorry, Moon Knight. Let me get Moon Knight out of the way. What else? Ooh, Inhumans or Eternal? Eternals. Oof. Oof. Which one's worst? Inhumans. So Eternals isn't the worst. For movies, it's the worst, but Midnight. Moon Knight? I like Moon Knight, but there's not enough Moon Knight in Moon Knight, you know? I'll put it here. Because Oscar Isaac carries that show on his back. And Ethan Hawke is pretty good in that too. But Moon Knight. I wish it was more about Moon Knight. Like, crazy thing to ask, but my goodness. The little that Moon Knight is in this show is ridiculous. You only see his cufflink in the episode, but in the deleted scene, he just straight up sits down and talks to Maya. Midnight. I like the first 2 episodes, then just MCU garbage. Oscar Isaac is good, though. MCU fantastic actors making their best out of poop. Yep. Especially Oscar Isaac in this. Man, that man is acting. That man, like, it's rare that I see an actor I'm already familiar with and then think, oh no, they're just, like, it's rare that I can be like, yeah, they're the character, and he, at all times, is the character. At all times, it's like, okay, I'm not seeing Oscar Isaac here. But yeah, which is fitting for a character like Moon Knight. Miss Marvel. I never watched this one. Maybe I'll come back when I've actually seen it. But, I'll just leave that one out. Agent Carter. There were 3 seasons of this? Agent Carter. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It sucks that Marcus isn't here. Okay, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Which season's which? Alright. Here's how I'm gonna do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., alright? Season 4 was good, and Season 2 was okay. But at its best, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at its best is like a C. So, what is this? Season 5? Like, I think this is Season 2? I can't even tell. If this is Season 2, it's going up here. It's the best season. And then Season 4... There were 6 seasons? What? Okay, look. This is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., okay? Season 2 and 4 are actually decent. And the rest of that is garbage. Actually, I'd put them above Agent Carter. I don't care for the Thor stuff. It's more Love and Thunder-esque comedy. But I'll put it here. The Consultant. Which one was that? All Hail the King. The shorts feel weird to be included on this list, to be quite honest, but I guess we'll keep them. Not 3 seasons. One's a short 2 of its seasons. Ah, right. Okay. It's okay. Bit corny, in my opinion. Actually, really corny. It's really corny. Have you ever watched Inside Llewyn Davis? No, what is that? Miss Marvel, I mean. What about it? S tier? Miss Marvel? What? She got even her own mission on Lego Avengers. What? Oh, Miss Marvel's a bit corny. Gotcha. In my tiers, I will just write season 1. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I was about to say that the shorts are weird to be included. Yeah, they do not belong here. Are we going to include tie-in comics too? Funny thing on the way to Thor's Hammer? Like, that's just filler. You know what? I'm not including the shorts. I am not including the shorts. Oh my gosh. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. made a spin-off. I forgot about that. Slingshot. Okay, I've never seen that. Also, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1. What the... Here, you're all going here. Or I think this was Season 3. So for my tiers, no shorts. No shorts. Slingshot, the spin-off. Okay, so the Spider-Man movies now, for some reason. Because now that's considered canon. M.C.U. canon, everybody. It's an Oscar Isaac film by the Coen brothers. It's really great. Oh, yeah? Maybe I should check it out. I was about to say that the shorts are weird to be... Oh, I read that. S tier 1 and 2? Honestly? Like, this is the easiest decision I've ever made. This is the easiest decision I've ever made. The only reason 1 isn't S, I'll tell you why 1 and 2 aren't, for me. For me, at least. 2 becomes a soap opera for like 30 minutes, and we don't need that. Like, like, it becomes a soap opera. It becomes just raindrops keep falling on my head, and I've always hated that part. Even when I was a kid, I hated it, and Spider-Man was my favorite character, because I asked my dad, how come he can't use his powers? And my dad's like, because he lost his confidence. I'm like, shut the F up. Spider-Man can't get it up because he lost his confidence. 1 and 2, hey, absolutely based. I don't think they're as great as everyone thinks. I don't think they're S tier because 2 becomes a whole soap opera for like 20 minutes and it's boring. It's stupid because we're retreading ground that we've already treaded. We've already treaded this ground. All right. One, the only reason 1 isn't S, because I like 1 more than 2. I prefer Spider-Man 1. Like, so much more than 2. But 2 has, like, better action scenes, don't get me wrong, but 1 is the pinnacle Spider-Man movie. The reason it's not S is because, you know how long it takes him to become Spider-Man? Have you watched that movie recently? Do you know how long it takes Spider-Man to put on the Spider-Man costume? Because a lot of that Spider-Man movie, there's no Spider-Man. And what's in place of it is, like, weird scenes where it's not establishing character, it's just weird scenes. And, like, being familiar with Sam Raimi, there's gonna be a lot of weird scenes, but it's just like, what are we doing? But 1 and 2 in A is nuts. 1 and 2 in A absolutely base. I love you, Dio. Where's Spider-Man 3, Maguire? I put it here. B, low B. Where did you put 3 and B? Yes, sir. 3 is not as bad as people think it is. Like, a lot of people hate 3. So many things happen in 3. Like, nothing happens in 2. Like, what changes in 2? By the end of 2, what's different? He's married Mary Jane. Like, Harry hates Spider-Man at the end of 1. I guess Harry knows who Spider-Man is at the end of 3, but then that doesn't become anything until at the end of 2 until 3. So, like, it's just Spider-Man 3 is trash. It's not. The whole thing with, well, then it gets stupid with the stupid amnesia plot. 3 is not fun. 3 is oof. And then Topher Grace is Venom. Yeah, see, now I'm looking and I'm thinking, like, okay, Hawkeye. Would I rather watch Hawkeye or Spider-Man 3? And I'd rather watch Spider-Man 3. Because this movie still has director's style. We still have a director with the style, unlike everything else here. We have a director with a distinct style, right? We have an awesome soundtrack. We have plot that keeps going forward. So you think 10 leads is fine, but 3 villains, wow, way too many. Yes, Justin. Yes, Justin. Go for the jugular. Okay, hang on, let me read chat. L3 is valid. Now I see it. Agreed, Jay. I understand why people prefer 2, but I just like 1 way more. 1's a better movie in my opinion, because 2 just gets stupid, bro. 2, everyone forgets that, like, solid 20 minutes of nothing. Like, nothing's happening. So the reason why Fox X-Men aren't here, but Sony Spider-Man are, is because they will do their own version. I think it's because we've only seen Charles Xavier, but that was just a variant of X-Men's Charles Xavier. It wasn't literally Fox Charles Xavier coming in, as far as we know. But my all-time favorite film quote is from 2. What is that? Aunt May's speech to Pete about being a hero. Oh, gotcha. I need to sleep. I'm just gonna lurk. Okay, take care, Danny. Thank you for being here, man. That was incredible. Spider-Man 3 is not that trash. There's indeed cool scenes. There's great scenes, and as I said, the plot is always going forward in that movie. The amnesia bit is where it gets stupid, but that's so you can focus on another part of the plot, because there's too many plots. There's too many plots in 3. That's one instance of too many characters. Spider-Man 3 is sloppy. It really is. And it sucks, because a lot of that isn't Sam Raimi's fault. That's the other thing. He was told to include all these things he didn't like. When he said Spider-Man goes soap opera, I thought of Spider-Man 3. They both do. 2 and 3 do, but 2 is so that you can focus on another part of the plot. It's because if you had all 3 of them going at the same time, it'd be confusing. That's why they did it. I don't think it's a good idea. He should have just killed Harry. That's what he should have done. And then have him go with the black suit and then, like, grieve what he did. Like, that's what should have happened. He should have killed Harry in that one scene. We have Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell, he's in all 3 of them, right? Bruce Campbell is in all of them. 1 and 2 are great, yes. In 3, he's just the... I am French. That guy, right? Like in the restaurant? It's okay, you don't understand. I have a daughter. She's sick. That makes it okay to break the law. I love how we never get closure on what Sandman did. We don't get any closure on anything he, like, I need to help my daughter. All right, thanks, man. Bye. That monologue to Peter about being a hero, I don't care who you are, man, that hits. It's really good. Who played Aunt May? What's her name again? The actress? Because that's the best Aunt May. Can we agree? Like, that's the best one. Like, no Marissa Tomei, no, what? Her name escapes me from Amazing Spider-Man. Rosemary Harris played her in the Raimi trilogy. Listen, man. When I think Aunt May, that's who I think of. Not the comics, not the cartoons, not the show. Rosemary Harris is the best Aunt May. Okay? That is Aunt May. And dude, I watched the shows before the movie. I read maybe here and there because I was really young, but I read a few comics here and there. My dad would read some to me, and it's like the movie is just Aunt May. Sally Fields was for amazing. Sally Fields was a weird choice. Did you hear what Sally Fields said about Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2? I love what she said. She's like, well, you know what they say. You can't fit 10 pounds of poop in a bag that only holds 3. Sally Fields said that about Amazing Spider-Man 2. Bad cast. That whole movie. Martin, what was his name? Uncle Ben? He was okay. I thought he was fine. Bad cast. Yep. She's so good. Yeah, Rosemary Harris, perfect. Martin Sheen, yes, that's his name. He was fine as Uncle Ben. I actually thought he was fine. But again, it's another case of like, you can't beat the Raimi trilogy's casting, bro. You can't. You literally can't. Because even that Uncle Ben, bro. Oh. When you hear with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Who do you think of? Whose voice comes to your head? Whose voice comes to your head? Instead of, hang on, let me find that stupid quote. All right. So instead of with great power comes great, Cliff Robertson. Thank you, Justin. If this is the with great power quote in Amazing Spider-Man, I don't know which bozo decided this is what you should change it to. All right. And if anyone's destined for, wait, what? Hang on, wait, where is it? You're a lot like your father. You really are, Peter, and that's a good thing. But your father, he lived by philosophy, a principle, really. He believed that if you could do good things for other people, you had a moral obligation to do those things. That's what's at stake here. Not choice, responsibility. Bro. With great power, there must also come great responsibility. If you could do good things for other people, you had a moral obligation to do those things. That's what's at stake here. Not choice, responsibility. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Also, obligatory F. Avier Erad. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, my side hurts. Ugh. Random thing. Vishan and Lawanda lead us not into temptation, but deliver us. Green Goblin bursts in. Deliver us. Finish it! Finish it! Deliver us from evil. Yo, man. Oh my gosh. That whole scene is so... It's so cheesy, but it's just perfect. That is so Sam Raimi, that scene. It's so dumb, but it just works. It just works. And you know, a lot of that is the acting too. Cause she's screaming that line. I love that part. That was Ultimate Uncle Ben. Yep, from Bendis. Also Cliff Robertson, Justin 2. Take my hand, Peter. The tears. Yeah. Take my hand. Also, I love that in the first movie, Uncle Ben gives that speech. Sorry, I'm still on this page. Uncle Ben gives that whole speech, and Peter throws it in his face. That's great too. A lot of the shows don't do that. What they do is have Uncle Ben give the speech, then Peter walks away. But in the movie, Peter says, "Stop acting like you're not my dad. Like, stop acting like you are," and he throws it in his face. And it's like, that gives it that extra punch, where Peter was dismissive of it. It's really good. Now choose Spider-Man. The problem with being a hero is there always comes the psychotic villain with the sadistic choice. Yeah, as a quote, great power is just way, way better. The Raimi movies are comic book movies in the best way possible. Yep. Spider-Man 2 has probably one of the best scenes where Jameson's like, man, maybe I shouldn't have been so hard on Spider-Man. You know, he was quite... and he steals the suit. It's like, he's a menace, he's a threat, ah! And then you see the newspaper flip, and it hits the screen, and it's like, he's back, and you see Spider-Man swing through the newspaper. It's like, you would never see that in the MCU. You would never see that. Just how that whole thing is shot. You wouldn't see that. Newspaper clipping that Spider-Man burst through the newspaper. Like, come on, bro. That was perfect, by the way. Wonderful stuff. Then the token New Yorker throwing things at Goblin. That's really funny, because, like, was that because of 9/11? Like, I have a lot of questions about that movie. Because even there was a scene with the Twin Towers that was cut. Or, like, it's in the trailer, and we get different reports on whether or not that was supposed to be in the movie. I agree, Jay. I think it was. Yeah. Because there's even a scene where Spider-Man runs and there's an American flag behind him. It's so funny. It was the promo. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Nah, man, you know what would really be happening in New York? Spider-Man be fighting the Green Goblin and he lets go of people. Everyone would just be walking by like it's a normal day in New York. That's what would really happen. Yeah, it was the original teaser. Yeah, with the Twin Towers and all that. And I think Nostalgia Critic once said he theorized that that's how the movie was supposed to start. Because when Spider-Man shows up in the movie, it's just random. Like, he's Spider-Man now. Well, like, there's no build-up. He's just Spider-Man all of a sudden. And I remember Doug Walker saying, like, you know, it would make more sense if the build-up was with the Twin Towers and there's a web between them. And, like, we're building up to him showing up, and then finally he's here. Like, yeah, because it just happens. That's how New Yorkers would react. They wouldn't say a thing. Anyway, Amazing Spider-Man. We were just talking about that movie. So let me make this quick. Amazing Spider-Man 1 is definitely a C. As far as where it goes, before Shang-Chi. That rhymed. Amazing Spider-Man 1 is what you get when when every movie in the movie theater is a dark, bleak, and boring movie, and you try to do that with Spider-Man, but, like, doesn't work. And I like this movie. I think it's fine. Like, I don't hate the movie. Right? I see a lot of people throw hate at this movie. I like the costume. That's another thing that a lot of people don't like. I don't think it should be his main costume. I think it's a cool first step. But I like that it's like sunglasses and like, I don't know why I use swim gear, but I kind of like aspects of this costume. If you notice, the jacket that I wear for Spider-Man streams is of this costume. It's the Andrew Garfield one. And when we played the Spider-Man PS4 game, I also used this costume a lot. I do like the costume. Very controversial opinion, but I actually do like the costume. I wish they went with the game's design, where what the game did was add a utility belt that had cartridges to refill his web shooters, which makes sense. And that acted as the breakup line, the red breakup line for the bottom of where the red meets the blue. That was just genius design, and only the game did that. The movie didn't do that. I kind of wish they did that with the sequel one, instead of it just being this... Because I don't like the costume in this one. Everyone's like, it's so accurate to the comics. It looks gross. It's not red, it's purple. Like, ugh. I do not like this costume. Like, I really don't like looking at it. And his eyes are, like, just huge. Spider-Man the Twin Towers scene is supposed to be in the him saving people montage. I see. Amazing Spider-Man 1 on the same tier as Hawkeye. Please no, Jay. I like I like Amazing Spider-Man 1. You don't like that? You don't like that one? And I will defend this movie. You've seen me do it in chat, but Hawkeye is leagues better. Hawkeye, like I said, man, a lot of stupid things in Hawkeye, where this movie, I feel, is a lot more consistent than this show. But it's just what it is just not that great compared to this show, in my opinion. I also think Spider-Man 3, as I said, I'd rather rewatch Spider-Man 3 than Hawkeye. And I like Hawkeye. That's what I ask myself with these movies. Like, would I want to rewatch it right now? Right? And this is the order I feel. Like, I would rather watch Amazing Spider-Man than Shang-Chi. I'd rather watch Age of Ultron than Amazing Spider-Man. And the list goes on. I've said it before that Andrew Garfield is too good looking to be the one to pick on his awkwardness. On his awkwardness is good. No, it's not. His awkwardness is no. I love how Shia LaBeouf gets flack for being in the Transformers movie, going no. And I gotta get that. And then in Amazing Spider-Man, you know what you get in that one? No. Wait. I gotta with the thing with the. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. No, it's not. My God. Peter in the comics. Hang on. Which one of these is bad looking? I think he means more in the term, in sense of believability in reality, not so much accuracy to the comics. Peter's always hot. Oh my gosh. That was in the 90s cartoons and some comics as well. Peter Parker, wait, what was? Peter Parker is always with supermodels. You want him to be unattractive? I always hated that argument because Peter was never really supposed to be unattractive. Like, that's not an integral part of his character. Yeah, yes, that's what I mean, Jay. Believability. Yeah, but I mean, these are Marvel movies. You know what I really have a hard time believing? If we really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of this, no one in these movies should be as okay with killing as they are. No one. Like, maybe Thor and Hulk and Cap. But no one else should be. Like, Tony Stark should not be okay with killing people. Like, that should not be an easy thing for him to do. But all the movies just have just murderers. People are murdering people by the end of their third act, and no one bats an eye. And that bothers me like you wouldn't believe. Because I'm a big fan of, there's a trope called Bleed 'em and Weep, which is just a great pun. But I love that trope, where a character who's never killed anybody feels remorse, or like they vomit after doing it, or like something. Because it's like, that shouldn't be something you just walk off, in my opinion. It's not. Read some 60s Spidey. Peter's a bit of a, yeah. Not, but the point is, Peter being unattractive isn't a real issue, because when does that come up? Yeah. Also, yeah, Peter's a real a-hole in the 60s. His early stuff, and then the Ultimate Comics, too. But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man goes here. The only reason it's not higher is because it's Amazing Spider-Man 1. Like, it's another origin story. It's just boring. I remember Johnny making a joke. It's like, the origin story should be the opening credits. There you go. Done. You already know what happened. Like, just move on. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I will be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, and we'll finish this tier list. Don't worry. Yo. Okay, funny thing happened, right? You guys can hear me? Also, I thought about this when I went. Oh, the music's still going. Okay, good. Alright, funny thing happened. I was promised Lady Soja. She said she's cooking something. Yeah, she says she's busy. Sorry. Okay, funny thing happened. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this on stream. I'm gonna finish this up, and we're gonna do this on stream. I'm gonna reply to my comments. My YouTube comments, yes. I'm gonna reply to my YouTube comments live for all y'all. I also volunteer Austin. We can do that. We can do that. Why not? Austin, come on. It's time we hear your voice, my dude. Thought Andrew Garfield was good looking enough to be Flash, and Tobey Maguire is good looking enough, which is what the Amazing Spider-Man films are based on, the ultimate classic. So perfect choice is Andrew. He even looks like 60s Peter. Zack Snyder did the opening credits as origin story thing. Yeah, and I like that for some heroes, as long as we're familiar enough. Like for Batman, that was really good. It was very well done. Yeah, but Snyder. I mean, the guy's good at establishing shots. He's really good at that. He's very good at he's good at like trailers. Like I don't know. He's good at trailers. Best way I can describe it, like visuals. I also still volunteer, Austin. What's the link to this website? Look, he agrees. Poggers, you heard right. Live. Yes, I'm gonna do it live. Here's the website, Trey. Okay, let's finish this up. Age of Spider-Man 2. Okay, is this even a debate? Dude. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is one of the worst superhero films ever made. Like, it breaks... And it's funny, too. It's bad as a superhero film, but then it's also just bad as a film. Like, it it breaks film writing, like, screenplay writing 101 in this movie. Like, how not to establish things. Even, like, shots in the film are bad. Like, there's so many things that are wrong with that. This is a movie that feels like they didn't know, they wanted to establish, well, I mean, it's because it's true. They wanted to make a whole franchise out of one movie. Like, within one movie. Like, literally this would be repeated with, Batman v Superman, in my opinion. But at least that movie, and yes, I think Batman v Superman is better than Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I hate Batman v Superman. But at least Batman v Superman has a tone where this movie is tone deaf. Like, there is no tone. Like, am I supposed to be sad? Like, is this a grieving film? Is this a film with, like, because of, what's that song? For you. And we go from really serious, depressing scene to really happy scene. Like, just mood whiplash, dude. This movie is terrible. Once I get my laptop, I'll come on stream. Okay, thank you, Austin. I'll take your word for it. Snyder should be a cinematographer. Literally, he'd be better as just that. He's a great second unit director. I mean, yeah. Thank you, sir. No problem. His Batman's a murderer already, so it doesn't work. You need to see Batman before he crosses that line for you to care. The scene on its own works. The opening scene with Batman v Superman with the origin. On its own, that scene is done very well. Once I get better close that tank full of electric heels. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. How Electro gets his powers. Isn't that it? Isn't that it in the Ultimate Comics though? Or like, what is it again? I don't remember how he gets his powers. Isn't it eels though? I would put Amazing Spider-Man 2 above Love and Thunder because visual, it looks good and it's fun but bad. Above Love and Thunder. I disagree. Because remember how I listed like 2 things I liked about this movie? I can't think of one thing I like about this movie. I can't. When I was in the theater, I wanted it to be over. Where this, I wanted it to be over, but I didn't feel like walking out. This one, oof. If it wasn't Spider-Man, I would have walked out that theater, bro. I would have. I would. If I saw Eternals in theater, I would have walked out. like that's the thing. These last 3, I'd walk out. I'd walk out the theater, bro. Like, Love and Thunder is torture. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I could watch that. Yeah, but that's because you're dumb. Like, what was it you said? Batman v Superman's not a bad movie? Bro, get out of here. No. No, I'm playing. And I think, just like George Clooney, before No Way Home came out, didn't Jamie Foxx occasionally say sorry for that film as well? It was fine. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, bro. That movie was not fine. So if you're saying that movie's fine, I don't trust your judgment about this movie, because this movie's god-awful, bro. Oh, boy. Anyway, Venom! Number 15 might surprise you, so be sure to watch all the way to the end. Oh, wait, this is the first Venom? Okay, the first Venom is going... First Venom's... Yeah, right there is good. The first Venom goes here. Okay, the first Venom... Oh, boy. The first Venom is such a weird... The first Venom doesn't know what it wants to be, like, at all. Oh, dude? Oh, I'll get to Venom 2. Don't even try, bro. Venom 2? Venom 2 is amazing, yo. Like... Oh, but yeah, 2 is awful. The swinging scenes. The swinging scenes have no physics, bro. There's no weight to the swinging scenes. I hate when people say Amazing Spider-Man 2 swinging scenes are good. No, they're not. Like, there's weight to Tobey when he swings. When Tobey swings, you feel it, but a lot of that is because of the camera work. Where Andrew's swinging in that movie, it's like throwing a rubber band, like slinging a rubber band. And then it bounces from wall to wall. Like, there's no weight to that. It's terrible. I'm trying, Jay. I'm trying. I remember some YouTuber said the swinging is good, then suddenly everyone thought the swinging was good. I'm like, what? It's amazing how one YouTuber can change everyone's mind. Andrew has no vertebrae. Yes! It's ridiculous! Oh my gosh. Anyway, what was I talking about? Venom. Venom's going here, okay? There's no argument. There's so many things holding this movie back that the second one fixes. Everything holding back the first movie, the second one, it's not there anymore. They realized, hey, we're making a Venom movie. Let's just have fun. Let's just, like, it will never be M.C.U. Let's just have fun. Like, and that's why 2 is so much better. The one shot of him free falling is good. At the beginning of the movie, him free falling, so okay, that's about 3 seconds long. That's pretty good. I'll give you that. That 3 seconds is pretty good. But as soon as he starts swinging, bro, I'm like, this isn't real. He can break my back too. Anyways, Andrew Garfield. He's got that hair, bro. Anyway, Morbius. Okay. Morbius is S. Okay, alright. How do I rate this movie? Is it gonna be... Is it gonna... I told you. Do I have to rate it based on the memes? Morbius is in a league of its own, because how did it get made? And, like, that's the thing about Morbius. Like, I'm not kidding about this either. Like, it's not... Okay, like, S rank... Here's the thing. And I hope you know, I am saying this with no degree of irony. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Remember what I said about, like, S... being like these are movies that transcend their genre, where I show this to people who don't know anything about the MCU or they don't like superhero movies, and they loved these 4. These were good, right? Morbius is in a weird league where, like, how did it get made? Why did it get made? How do they convince people in the movie? Like, the production of Morbius is more interesting than the film itself. But then you do have the film itself where you have a song, have sex, like, not only does this transcend the genre, it's an anomaly. It's an anomaly. We will never get another Morbius. I'm just like, what? And then the movie was supposed to come out in 2018 and it just got pushed back. And then it came out on April Fool's Day. Like, there's so much to that movie of just like, huh? It got madder because they made time travel machine to make it from the early 2000s. Morbius? Oh, definitely. Morbius was made before Venom 2. It was during COVID. Venom 2 was successful. Then it was recut and reshot until you have the final film. Well, not during COVID, but that's when it was supposed to come out. Yeah. Yeah, I love when a film production is very interesting when it's weird. This whole movie's production is strange. Like, yeah, Morbius is at the... it's not even like... Because these are quality. Like, this is a rank of quality. It's literally WTF rank, okay? And no other movie's going here. I hope you know that. Just, I watched that movie and this is what I think. I don't think, wow, this was the greatest movie. I don't think, hey man, this movie's really, really good. I don't think, yeah man, this movie's good. I don't think, it's okay, I guess. I don't think, man, that sucked. This is literally what I think when I watch Morbius. What the... Woo! Morbius was definitely made during 2003. Oh, absolutely. There was a more serious cut. Are you serious? Especially for big budget movies, especially when it goes through passes and everybody has notes and who said, yeah, this is going good enough. It goes through so many passes. Dude, it's funny. Because my favorite thing about the behind the scenes for Morbius is how people thought it was the M.C.U. That's my favorite thing about Morbius. They were just misinformed. I guess technically not now. There's just scenes in the trailer that aren't in the film. Keaton apparently just was originally not playing Vulture. Like, even that, bro. There's so many things weird about this movie. Anyway. Venom 2. Okay. I'm not kidding. I really like Venom 2. Venom 2, and here's the thing about Venom 2 as well. It even has moments that, like, where it takes itself seriously. It does. And it's done very well. There's a scene where... Also, this movie made me laugh. That's the other thing, too. It's great when the comedy actually works. My favorite scene in this movie is when Venom is on top of the bell and it's like, oh, sound hurts carnage? Sound is hurting or fire hurt? No, it's sound, right? It's like, sound hurts carnage, huh? And his girlfriend, Shriek or whatever, it's like, oh, she can shriek and make the sound and it'll hurt him. And then Venom just backhands her into the bell. I'm like, that is the perfect subversion. You think he's gonna, like, grab her and it's like, scream to make him die or something like, no, he just backhands her. It's so funny. Like, the way it's framed and everything is funny. I love when Venom is like, oh man, my favorite line in the movie, they're gonna fight Carnage, and it's like, oh, that's a red one. Oh no, we gotta go, Eddie. This is bad. And it's like, oh, like, I love too that he doesn't explain it. He doesn't explain what a red one is. He just says, oh, that's a red one. We gotta get out of here. Like, that's great. But then, it's like, come on, man, we gotta stop him. It's like, all right, Eddie. And then Venom suits up, and it's like, time to die. And then Eddie's like, that's the spirit. No, us. We're going to die. It's like, it's so good. Oh, Venom 2's good, man. Venom is good. I love both of them. 1 is a bit weaker than 2, because 2 embraced everything. 2 embraced the ridiculousness, and it's funny. And there's also serious moments in it. Like, it's pretty good, honestly. No, we are going to die. Like, yeah. I love that. Oh, the movie was good. Movies also, okay. I thought about this too. Venom and Eddie, best couple. Out of all these movies, Austin, every movie after this has a terrible couple dynamic. All of them. No Way Home, terrible. Every last one of these has a terrible couple dynamic compared to Venom. Okay, all of them. Hey, yo, Justin, put the Netflix series on the tier list for me, please. Because I was just thinking, when we were thinking couples, you know, I'm thinking Colleen Wing from Iron Fist. Win for Tom Hardy. He convincingly plays both roles perfectly. Yeah, both roles. Wait, Tom Hardy doesn't voice Venom, does he? Stop. No, hang on. That's one actor? Nah, son. Yo. What? I didn't know that. Stop, bro. Venom is A. Low A, it's an A minus, but nah. Venom 2? Yeah. I don't even care. I don't even care. I would rather watch this movie than anything underneath it. Like, any day of the week, bro. And now you're telling me one guy voiced both of them? Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. So that's everything for this list. Let's go. Venom 2. Yes, that one revelation that it was one guy. I thought it was a voice actor. But that's Tom Hardy doing the Venom voice.